Good morning and welcome to the Friday Fast 5 for November 22nd, 2019. I think today might be the last of the series of Google Sheets videos we're going to do, so let's jump right in. Today I'm going to talk about manipulating texts in fields in Google Sheets. We're going to talk about how to change the case, how to join text, and how to break text apart. So those are kind of the things that we're going to focus on. This is the same spreadsheet we've been using. If you guys want to have a copy of this spreadsheet, I'll actually put a link to it in the description so that you can get to it and play with this yourself. So the first thing I want to talk about today is changing the case of a particular cell. So I've got this field, this column here, C, right? It's got last names in it. And I'm going to come over here to K, and I'm going to say, all right, I want to take that field, C, and I want that to be in all lowercase. So my function for that, I'm just going to say equals lower. I'm going to do an open paren, and I'm going to click on the field, and I'm going to do a close paren. So it's going to be equal lower C2. I'm going to hit return, and you'll see there that it brings it in all lower. I can do the same thing for all upper. It's an equal upper, open paren, C2, close paren, and it will give it to me in all uppercase. Right? If I wanted to carry that out on the whole row, I could just grab the handle, drag that same formula all the way down in my column here, and it would give me all those things in lowercase. I could do the same thing over here for upper. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you can see how that works. All right, so real easy way to change the case from all lower to all upper. All right, let me get rid of those. The other thing you can do is you can take text that is all upper or all lower, right, which is what I have here, and I can turn it into what they call proper case, which is going to be capital first and the rest lower. So if I do an equals proper, and I come over here to this I2, right, and do a paren. What happened here? Let's undo that. I got something wrong. Equals proper, I2, return. Right, it's going to give it back to me with Jones there, right? Capital J, lowercase the rest. So that's your equals lower, equals upper, and equals proper commands to change the case. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Next thing I want to talk about today is concatenate, right? Or bringing fields together. Let me go in here. I'm going to delete this again. So hypothetically, let's say rep was a first name and item was a last name, right? And I want to take these two fields, combine them into one. So I'm going to come over here to my column K again, and I'm going to say equals concatenate, C-O-N-C-A-T-E-N-A-T-E. Right. Open paren. Pick my first field, C2, colon, my fault. I put a period instead of a colon. So the actual command is concatenate C2 colon D2, and you'll notice it gives me here Jones pencil. But what do you notice about it, right? There are no spaces. That's a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this out. I'm going to recreate this. Right? So I'm going to say equals concatenate. Open paren. Jones, comma, quotation mark, space, quotation mark, comma, D2. Close paren. So it's going to take those two cells and put a space in between them. So now I get Jones pencil, right? So if we had a first name and a last name in two separate fields, you wanted to get them together, that would be a way you could do that with the concatenate command, right? Last command that I want to show you about today is actually the exact opposite of that. Taking a field that's got, or a cell that's got multiple words in it and splitting them down so that they are individually addressable. So at the bottom here, I have some full names. You can see them. Right, I want to split those up. So I'm going to come back over here to my K column. I'm going to say equals, and I'm going to use the command called split. Open paren, and then I'm going to click on the field that has both words in it, comma, and then I want it to split where there is a space. So I'm going to do quotation, space, quotation, and now I'm going to get the split. Right? So Jerry Lewis turns into Jerry Lewis in two separate cells. Make sense? All right. If you have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comments below. I'll put a link to the spreadsheet so you can play with your heart's desire. Until next week, have a great Thanksgiving.